Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into the AI revolution. Now, I know you guys follow this space closely, so you already know we are looking straight ahead at the 2030 horizon. We are way past the basics now. I mean, generative models aren't just a conceptual tech trend anymore. They are actively designing novel proteins in a matter of days instead of years, executing insane algorithmic trades in literal milliseconds, and autonomously running complex, deep-tier business logistics. We're talking about a fundamental rewiring of our reality here.
But right off the bat, to really kick things off, we've got to ask the massive elephant in the room question looming over this next decade. Are we controlling AI, or is it already starting to control us? It's a huge thing to wrap our heads around, but by the end of this explainer, you're going to have a much clearer framework for understanding exactly where we stand.
All right, let's get into Section 1, AI is already everywhere, or the invisible algorithm.
Think about your everyday routine for a second. The predictive power of modern algorithms is honestly staggering. The news feeds you wake up to, the social media ecosystems you're scrolling through, the video suggestions that somehow keep you watching for another hour, they are all driven by hyper-targeted micro-predictions. These systems are constantly quietly analyzing billions of data points just to anticipate your next move, your next purchase, or even your next hobby before you're consciously aware of it yourself. You're interacting with AI dozens of times a day. It's essentially invisibly curating your entire reality.
And to really put the sheer scale of this shift into perspective, experts from places like McKinsey and Goldman Sachs are predicting that AI could contribute trillions, yes, with a T, to the global economy over the next decade, trillions of dollars. That single massive number tells you basically everything you need to know about why this is a true industrial revolution, and not just some passing tech fad.
Moving right along to Section 2, the good and the bad, promises versus perils.
Okay, so on the positive side, the benefits are genuinely incredible. Imagine a world where hyper-personalization scales effortlessly. In healthcare, we're looking at systems detecting anomalies and predicting diseases long before any physical symptoms ever show up. In education, adaptive algorithms could literally act as real-time, customized tutors tailored to a student's exact learning pace. Throw in the automation of mind-numbing repetitive business tasks and predictive models actively rerouting traffic so you never have to sit in daily gridlock again. The promise of AI is absolutely massive.
But, we have to look at the flip side. The core concern here isn't some Hollywood-style robot takeover. Actually, scratch that. The real, pressing threat is velocity. The pace of this technological disruption is threatening to completely outpace our ability to adapt as a society. We are literally watching generative AI upend workflows that we all thought were perfectly safe just a year ago. Things like copywriting, coding, and illustration are being fundamentally transformed, while traditional data entry and basic customer service, they're quickly becoming obsolete. If our workforce can't upskill fast enough to keep up with these sweeping changes across so many professions, we are seriously risking massive, deeply entrenched economic inequality.
Which brings us to Section 3, the global AI arms race and our new geopolitical landscape.
When you look at the facts objectively, major nations, especially the United States and China, they aren't just tinkering in a lab somewhere. They are pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into AI research. They're aggressively targeting absolute dominance in commercial technology, international business, and advanced defense systems. Because, let's be real, whoever secures the lead in these specific sectors is going to dictate the future of global influence.
So what this tells us is that this competition has totally moved past just being about software. Kind of like the space race of the 20th century or the historical race for oil, AI is becoming the central economic and geopolitical race of our time. It's not about who has the smartest computers anymore. It's about who holds the ultimate power and infrastructure on the world stage.
All right, let's pivot to Section 4, AI plus human intelligence, the partnership.
So where do we, as human beings, actually fit into all this? Well, think about the contrast here. AI definitely brings unmatched processing speed, flawless pattern recognition, and an exhausting 24/7 output. But it hits a hard, immovable wall. Humans still hold the absolute monopoly on the traits that actually matter the most: creativity, empathy, emotional intelligence, and moral judgment. AI completely lacks the nuance of the human experience.
And honestly, that leads to a pretty powerful realization. The future may not be AI versus humans, it may be AI plus humans. The people who figure out how to work collaboratively with these systems, combining our deep emotional intelligence with AI's raw computing power, those are the people who are going to be the definitive leaders of tomorrow.
So, let's jump into Section 5, how to adapt today, your action plan.
The opportunity here is literally right in front of us. It's about not fearing the tech, but leveraging it.
Mastering something like prompt engineering gives you an incredibly unfair advantage because it teaches you exactly how to direct these powerful systems to do the heavy lifting for you. Whether it's understanding basic automation, exploring AI for content creation, or diving into deep data analysis, if you proactively build these skill sets today, you will be irreplaceable in the new economy.
Because look, history shows us a pretty harsh but undeniable reality. Every single major technological revolution creates distinct winners and losers. There is simply no standing still right now. The difference between ending up a winner or a loser depends almost entirely on your willingness to aggressively learn and adapt to these new tools.
So, to wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one massive question to chew on. Will AI actually create a better future for humanity, or are we moving way too fast without truly understanding the consequences? It's the ultimate question as we hurtle toward 2030. Have a think on it, keep exploring these tools, and join the conversation. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep looking ahead.